League One sides, two clubs looking for their first League One victory after their heartbreaking at-the-death draw against Fuego FC. Charlotte looking for all three against U.S. Open Cup darling Northern Colorado. It's week 3 of the USL League One season. It's Charlotte Independence hosting Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Welcome in, I'm Ken Levica, and this broadcast is brought to you by Novan Health, the official health provider of the Charlotte Independence. Go to novanhealth.org to learn more. American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Birdsong Brewing Company brings you the USL League One table very early on. Richmond Kickers and Fuego both have 4 points on the table, as does Chattanooga. And then you see the participants in tonight's game, Charlotte Independence, Northern Colorado. They have both drawn results in their opening match, but still looking for all 3 points. Charlotte came off a wild one, a 3-3 draw against Central Valley Fuego. This was a match where Charlotte led on 3 different occasions. But in the 96th minute, at the death, it was a goal for Fuego that ended up drawing everything at 3, and heartbreak for the youngsters from Charlotte. And it was a spectacular goal at that. You'll see it here off the punch-out. Look at that finish, world class, and Charlotte had to settle for the home draw. But back to action tonight, and there is Tresor Mbuyu. He has 2 goals on the season, the native of Congo at the top of this formation that Mike Jeffries is going to put out. The Great Clips player to watch is Tresor Mbuyu. Charlotte will be looking to him for their attacking needs, but also joined by Corey Bennett, making his first appearance of the season for Charlotte Independence. Bennett was a trialist back in 2021. Koa Santo, Charlotte FC in the MLS. He's come to play with Charlotte Independence tonight, as has goalkeeper Adrian Zendejas, who has had a couple of stops in the MLS. And that is your Adidas look at the starting 11. Now, for the visitors from Northern Colorado, the Hailstorm come in, preparing for a showdown with Real Salt Lake midweek in the 3rd round of the U.S. Open Cup. A very hard-earned draw last weekend, 1-1 at Richmond Kickers. Northern Colorado, very veteran side, and they certainly look like they are in place here in USL League One. Took an early lead to Northern Colorado, but Emiliano Terzaghi, 55th minute, was able to tie things up, and that's where it stayed 1-1 through the full 90. Not many changes to the starting 11 for Northern Colorado, but Rob Cornwall, who we expect to wear the captain's armband tonight, he will be part of the 4-man back line, along with Breck Evans, Arthur Rodriguez, and Denso Yalitz. So you have the starting 11s, and now we're set for football. Charlotte Independence, Northern Colorado, USL League One tonight from the Queen City. We're back after this. It's USL League One on ESPN+.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-Fil-A Nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m., and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees, with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive...
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Coming up next
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
There's a look at your referee, Kevin Broadley, as he prepares, and we lock in for our first match of USL League One action on this Saturday evening, jam-packed, and we'll get to the rundown, the schedule later on in tonight's broadcast. Ken Levicka with you, and again, this broadcast brought to you by Novant Health. There you see Northern Colorado. They, along with Charlotte Independence, two of the newer clubs to USL League One, newcomers here in 2022. Corey Bennett, he's prepared for his first appearance in a Charlotte Independence shirt. Irvin Parra kicks us underway. And USL League One, Week 3. And tonight, it's Charlotte Independence and Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Glad you're with us on this Saturday evening. So good to be along with you. Two sides that were able to earn a draw in their debut in USL League One. And they face off here tonight at American Legion Memorial Stadium. And an early set piece earned by Northern Colorado. And the duties will be handled by Arthur Rogers. The right back tonight, he delivers, and this is headed away. Two very different draws for these two clubs in their debut in League One. As this is played onto the feet of Desdunas. Desdunas has it dispossessed to the top of the area. And now Charlotte Independence attempts to work it out of the back. Charlotte Independence, a 3-3 thriller with Fuego FC last weekend. And that was what appeared to be, it had all the markings of a Charlotte Independence victory in their League One debut, but in the 96th minute, they conceded a goal to Viljan Bijev as that's delivered wide, and Charlotte had to settle for the tough luck draw. Northern Colorado, meanwhile, 1-1 at Richmond. Northern Colorado struck first last weekend. The Novant Health injury report, both teams a clean bill of health. You can tell that it's Week 3, and many clubs aren't that fortunate. But tonight, both Mike Jeffries on the Charlotte touchline and Eamon Zaid on the Northern Colorado touchline, they have a full roster to work with. So for Charlotte Independence, obviously Mike Jeffries pretty happy with the attack. The 3 tallies in the draw against Fuego. Put up 2 goals in the 4-2 loss to North Carolina U23 in the U.S. Open Cup second round. But Charlotte is also conceding goals at an alarming rate. And a misplay there and a potential injury. Quinn McNeil looked like he may have rolled his ankle on the ball, went down awkwardly, and now Desdunes along the left touchline for Northern Colorado, the diminutive midfielder. Nice ball in. This is a low cross, and it's cleared away at the last moment. Desperate defending from Shalom Duty. And Charlotte Independence able to survive that. Ethan Vanacore-Decker was lurking for Northern Colorado, looking for his second goal in as many weeks, and now a chance on the counter. Here's Mbuyu. He tried to get it onto his right foot. That's blasted away, and an offside flag is up. And play stops. Tresor Mbuyu, who had the brace in the draw against Fuego. He was coming up the left flank. Both sides looking dangerous here on the attack. We expected this might be a pretty free-flowing contest here tonight. Here's Dimmick as that punched away. Barra, former San Diego Loyal man, and that's a hard foul from behind. You'd hear the contact on the back of the ankle. Omar Sis, the midfielder. And a warning is issued from referee Kevin Broadley. Won't be any card yet, but Sis is being told to relax. Sis chopped away. Now he's trying to explain himself. Charlotte Independence, as we've mentioned, first year USL League One, came down from the USL Championship, made it to the conference semifinals last year in the championship. Fell to Louisville City, the eventual runners-up in the USL Championship. Full head of steam on the restart. Arthur Rogers works to Vanacore Decker. This is delivered high into the air. Norty, nice ball in, trying to challenge contact, and a penalty is issued. Zendejas made contact, and Northern Colorado has an opportunity in the 6th minute from the spot. Kevin Broadley did not hesitate. Zendejas pleading his case, but it won't matter. You see Norty, it's touched on well. Para, the former Charlotte Independence man, gets upended around the ankles by Zendejas. There's enough contact there for the whistle, for the call. And Northern Colorado is going to allow Para, his former home pitch, to take the penalty. Para, looking for his first goal of the season. Scored 11 times last year for Charlotte Independence. And he has his first Northern Colorado goal. Irving Para comes home, and it's like he never left. Northern Colorado 1, Charlotte Independence 0. Well, a tough start for Adrian Zendejas, the Charlotte FC man, who's been loaned to Charlotte Independence tonight. Clunky on the challenge, and Para, who earned the foul, deposits it from the spot. And Northern Colorado, just like last week at Richmond, they're on the board first. Northern Colorado, in fact, has never trailed in franchise history. The U.S. Open Cup victory against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. And then last week against Richmond, they drew first blood before Terzaghi drew Richmond even. Charlotte Independence looking to answer. Mbuyu, there's the cross, still in the area. That looked dangerous, just nobody on the end. Denzo Ulysses got a foot on it for Northern Colorado. This is floated back into the area. Northern Colorado desperate to finally get back on the front foot, and they do. Charlotte Independence nearly had an answer. Para. Great ball right to left. Played to Vanacore Decker. He never got a touch on it, though. Des Dunes was a little bit chunky on the attempt into Vanacore Decker, and now a lot of room to operate for Miguel Barra. Barra, Mbuyu chips it towards goal, and Thomas Olsen able to fall on it, but Mbuyu is doing whatever he wants up the left flank for Charlotte. Northern Colorado does not have an answer for his speed right now. Mbuyu decided to test Olsen. Olsen making his first appearance for Northern Colorado in goal tonight. Formerly with FC Tucson and Las Vegas Lights. Both goalkeepers getting some fast action here. Zendejas called for the penalty. And then watched as Barra delivered it to the back of the net behind him in minute number 7. And Olsen, meanwhile, has watched Mbuyu coming at him full bore here in the opening 9 minutes and change. Sis. And now it's delivered. Numbers in the area, but it's headed away. And Northern Colorado back on possession. There's a foul. Matteo's Pizza fans, it's not too late to get your Matteo's Pizza order in for halftime. Go to UncleMatteos.com to place your halftime order now. That's Matteo's Pizza. It's a great idea, actually. Northern Colorado 1, Charlotte Independence 0 on the Irvin Barra penalty. Nifty footwork in the back from Rogers. Now Barra. Patience here for Northern Colorado as they look to build the attack. Sis tackles that beyond the touchline, and Northern Colorado throwing. Select is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. And once again, Northern Colorado trying to ask some questions. Lachlan McLean could not get to that ball after it was played through. This will be pushed back by Breck Evans onto Thomas Olsen. That ball distributed well. On the money to Rogers. Charlotte content to press a bit despite Northern Colorado and their ability to hit on the counter. Desdunas at 5'5", but he packs a lot of power on the pitch. He is superbly dangerous. Had the game winner very, very late in the dramatic victory in the U.S. Open Cup at Colorado Springs. This is lofted to the edge of the box. Blasted away before Vanacore Decker could get onto it. Charlotte looking to create out of the midfield with Paez. Sprayed to the near side. Dimmick. That's Omar Sis. Charlotte hardly looks like the side that made it to the East semis in the USL Championship a year ago. Only 3 players have returned from last season's team. And now resides in USL League One. This is played into the area. A foot race for it, Vanacore Decker. Nifty playback along the end line, but that's given right back to Sis. He is tackled from behind by Barra. The referee says play on, and here's Desdunas on the counter. Wins the foot race, but he's bodied off the ball. Superb from Carson Talboys. Talboys may have saved a second, and he absolutely sold out and sprinted back to take Desdunas out of the play. And now Corey Bennett collects in the corner. Charlotte throws numbers forward. Bennett. Bennett does well to keep possession. Sis comes over to help. Now Barra. The Northern Colorado able to keep it shaped defensively. This is well played, but the flag is up and an offside. So after all that, a frustrating result for Charlotte, but continuing to show promise. Look bright on the attack, and that's not a surprise. They got 5 goals on the season, all competitions. That's 2 matches. Charlotte Independence, at least for now in 2022, they have an affiliate agreement with Charlotte FC that is just in its infancy in MLS. Adrian Zendejas in goal tonight for Charlotte. He is on the Charlotte FC roster. Same story for Koa Santos, who features in the Charlotte Independence midfield tonight. Not sure if it's going to extend past this season, but so far it is a one-year loan agreement. Mbuyu, cut back into the middle. We are level. Miguel Barra, after the fancy footwork from Mbuyu, it was put right on the feet of Barra, who knew exactly what to do with it. 1-1 in the opening quarter hour. We take a look at the replay. This simply developed from the midfield. Mbuyu, look at the cutback. And Barra right by Olsen, slots it bottom left. The veteran, one of the few on this side, shows how tactically solid he is. Didn't panic. And Charlotte Independence, they have been asking questions for quite some time, and they finally get an answer. That Charlotte Independence goal brought to you by Devil's Logic Brewing. So it's game on in the Queen City. Charlotte Independence able to quickly answer back to the 7th-minute penalty hit from Irvin Para. A run-of-play tally from Miguel Barra. Northern Colorado trying to re-find its footing. Rogers. Now Vanacore Decker. Vanacore Decker to the edge of the area. It's closed down initially by Charlotte. Now Rogers. Can he whip in across? Instead, Vanacore Decker. Rogers again. Well done by Rogers. Creative ball into the area. Read well by Charlotte. This is a cross in, headed down. There was a lot of pace on that. And this will go for a Northern Colorado throw-in. Fans, the Jacks will once again be at Memorial Stadium in just 1 week as Richmond Kickers come to town. That'll be on Monday, the 25th. Get your tickets at charlotteindependence.com, starting for as low as $7. Monday, rescheduled game. Was supposed to be Friday, but instead Monday at 7 o'clock here at Memorial Stadium. It'll be Charlotte Independence and Richmond Kickers. Mike Jeffries, he has been the only head coach Charlotte Independence is known for, the exception of 15 contests. Also the general manager. Certainly an adjustment for him with Charlotte Independence, his words, suddenly becoming a bit of a developmental squad. He has a lot of talent here. Rogers, the corner, the second of the night for Northern Colorado. It fell to Para. His first attempt was blocked. His second attempt is blocked, but it's another corner, this time from the opposite side. Northern Colorado, meanwhile, they're just several weeks old, but chock full of veteran talent. Brought in by a head coach who has plenty of USL League One experience in Eamon Zaid. Zaid, after an 18-year professional playing career, now on the touchline, spent time as an assistant at Chattanooga Red Wolves. Look at the pack of bodies there on the near post. Now they disperse, and here's the corner. Zendejas had to think about it, but it's up and over the crossbar off the top of the netting and out of play. Adrian Zendejas had spells at Minnesota United, Sporting KC as well. Nashville is on the resume too. While at Minnesota United, Zendejas was loaned to El Paso, where he made 3 appearances in 2020. Signed with Charlotte FC in the offseason, and now here he is being sent down by the First Division club to see some time here with Charlotte Independence. Oh, this is a misplay in the back potentially. Oh, Zendejas able to back heel it away from a surging Lachlan McLean. That could have been disaster. Zendejas did well not to get clunky after his defense did him no favors. Quite the entertaining match already here tonight from Charlotte. So glad you're with us. Mbuyu to the top of the area. Played in short. Oh, nearly a phenomenal turn by Paez, but he had it poked away, and then a foul from behind. Lachlan McLean is taken to the turf. Novant Health, locations all across North Carolina. Head to novanthealth.org to learn which location is closest for you when you need it. That's Novant Health. See the collision here. Sis has to be careful. That's the second time he's brought down a Northern Colorado player from behind here tonight. Still no card shown to him. Contact there. Para hits the deck. Para is grabbing at his left temple area. Here you see the referee, Kevin Broadley, asking the training staff to come out. Ooh, looked like that was head-to-head.
Bacon sandwich is when you taste that bacon, you get that smoky flavor
staff
with that sweetness from the brown sugar.
Comes
you
over
just get sweet, savory,
to take a
sweet,
look.
Savory, and it all blends together into this perfect bite.
Hey, I'm Couture, and a little thing
Para is up. He's going to have to head to the touchline for a second. Shalom Duty comes over to check on Para, his former teammate. Para looks to be okay. (1-1) Northern Colorado with a 7th-minute goal from Para off a penalty. He was taken down in the box by Zendejas, the Charlotte goalkeeper. Para easily converted the penalty, and then Charlotte got a goal from Miguel Barra just minutes later. Look at Koa Santos, brought down from Charlotte FC tonight in the Independence midfield. Duty able to climb the back of McLean, and then it's deflected out of play by Northern Colorado. The USL on ESPN. The reigning champs race their way to the Midwest to face a new look Indy 11 as the USL on ESPN continues. Don't miss Indy 11 take on Orange County SC. That comes up Sunday, April 24th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Indy 11, Orange County SC, Sunday, April 24th at 5:30. It's the USL on ESPN. Koa Santos signed with Charlotte FC in February, played his college ball at San Diego State. Mike Jeffries, when asked about the communication between Charlotte Independence and Charlotte FC, the newcomers to pro soccer in this football-rich area, he said, "We talk weekly, still trying to come up with the most efficient way to touch base. But it definitely is a weekly conversation to determine who will be where and when." Mbuyu. Hitting the deck is Sis. And this will be a free kick from distance for Charlotte Independence. See Sis here trying to get it onto his back heel and tripped up there. Norte, the guilty party. Paez stands over it. Santos will join him. Paez will deliver. Floats it to the back post. Headed away. Kept in though by Sis. Won though by Nesdunas. Numbers here for Northern Colorado. Parra up the left touchline. Tried to roll it into the middle. Dimmick was there to play it. '25th minute, 1-1. This has been a very free-flowing, ultra real estate affair. A lot of room to navigate. Oh, that is a fantastic play in the midfield from Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado will play it back onto their goalkeeper, Thomas Olsen, and start from the back. Aquafina, the official water of the Charlotte Independence when the game heats up. Cool down with Aquafina. Speaking of needing some Aquafina, needing some hydration. It's certainly necessary, but it is beautiful weather tonight here in the Queen City. 70 degrees at kickoff. Humidity in the low 60s. No chance of rain in the forecast. You could not draw it up any better. One of those nights where it's run forever for these athletes. And especially with two sides coming in with no injuries on the report tonight. And the play has reflected it. It has been a good one. Parra gets support from Rogers. Rogers keeps it in play. Well done. Rogers working against Dimmick. Rogers, low cross, took a deflection. Parra tried to jab at it, but it was Talboys who was able to push it out of the box. And look out. Mbuyu. Mbuyu surveys his options. Beautiful ball. Ibarra to the middle. And Mbuyu had that shot blocked away. It's a corner for Charlotte Independence. Charlotte had the correct build-up. They had the options moving forward. Mbuyu, you can see him look up. There's Ibarra trailing. Played through well. Ibarra had the angle cut off, though, and then Mbuyu had Rob Cornwall get an ankle on that ball. They awarded a goal kick. The assistant referee claimed that went off of Mbuyu last. Tough luck there for Charlotte Independence. And what a play by Rob Cornwall, making his first appearance for Northern Colorado tonight. And Eamon Zayed was absolutely raving about Cornwall when we talked with him this week. Cornwall formerly at Bohemians, Derry City, Shamrock Rovers. The native of Dublin, Ireland. Zayed said, that man is going to solidify our back line. He is a consummate leader and organizes everything so well. Rogers delivers across, headed away by Duty. Well done by Ibarra, but Northern Colorado able to send it across the touchline and get settled. And a foul from behind. Kevin Broadley's been busy tonight, but we still haven't seen any cards between these two sides. Charlotte Independence on the move. They have played with urgency here tonight. Paez, but he gave it away. Fans, the Jacks are going to be at Memorial Stadium in just 1 week. Richmond Kickers, Monday the 25th, 7 o'clock kickoff. Get your tickets at charlotteindependence.com, starting as low as $7. Desdunes, low cross, and desperate defending keeps it 1-1. Lachlan McLean could not get on the end of that feed from Desdunes because Omar Sis and Shalom Duty had marked back. Phenomenal defending. Talboys as well coming in late to punch that across the end line. Boy, Carson Talboys along with Sis and Duty. And that conserves this draw for now. There has been some fast action here in the opening half hour. We have a player down in the box. That's Rob Cornwall. Cornwall's up now. Arthur Rogers. And now Charlotte Independence player is down, and it's Corey Bennett. So Cornwall went down claiming Bennett made contact with him, and now Bennett returns the favor. And a yellow has been shown to Lachlan McLean. So there is our first yellow of the evening, and it's delivered to Lachlan McLean. Perhaps a bit of embellishment there from Bennett. The referee says he saw it clearly enough. And now our highly anticipated corner comes, and it's not well struck. All that waiting for that. Northern Colorado maintains possession. Desdunes tracked well by Ibarra, and that's won back by Charlotte Independence. Man, how good is Mbuyu? And look at this ball forward. The foot race is on. Bennett plays it to the left of the area. Northern Colorado trying to get back. Bennett still has it. Bennett trying to go to the back post. It's headed away, and an attacking third throw-in upcoming for Charlotte Independence. Santos was lurking. Bennett ran the length of the pitch and created a chance. It was Mbuyu, though, with some nifty footwork along the touchline, and really got Charlotte Independence off to the races. McNeil. Duty. Devils Logic Brewing presents our first yellow card of the match, and it goes to Northern Colorado, Lachlan McLean. Strong tackle there from Duty. Norty saw it coming and decided to bail. Arthur Rogers, former Hartford Athletic man, 40 matches, 2020-2021 seasons. And now features prominently the back four of Eamon Zide's Northern Colorado club. Both these teams coming off of draws in their debut. And their debut in League One coming in week 2 of the USL League One season. Of course, Northern Colorado has a big one Wednesday. There's a delayed whistle and a foul. A trip to Real Salt Lake, third round at US Open Cup, and Mbuyu is going to be shown the first yellow of the night for Charlotte. So it took us a half an hour for the yellows to start being shown, but now each team has been issued a card within a 2.5-minute span. And that was well deserved there for Tresor Mbuyu. A Devils Logic Brewing yellow card. Rogers handling the majority of the set pieces here tonight for Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Rogers Sends it to the outside. Desdunes cuts it into the middle. Desdunes pushes forward, but the flag is up. Oh, that was played through, but McLean had drifted offside. Desdunes had the right idea, though. This is played off the shoulder of Corey Bennett. Popped into the air as he tried to get around the defender. Is that kept in play? It was. Thomas Olson that almost went for a corner. And look at Northern Colorado. The sprint is on again. Desdunes. Desdunes onto his left foot, but he floats it wide. Desdunes starting to feel confident, though, as Northern Colorado continues to knock on the door. They scored first. They have not trailed yet this season, USL League One or US Open Cup. If you're traveling to Charlotte to see an Independence game, make sure you stay at the Hyatt Place downtown. The Hyatt Place is just blocks from the games and surrounded by endless dining options. Hyatt Place downtown, the official hotel of the Charlotte Independence. American Legion Memorial Stadium in the Elizabeth neighborhood in the beautiful city of Charlotte. I'm Ken Levicka. USL League One action. Two teams looking for a victory. Both felt as if they played well enough to earn the 3 points last time out. The 1-1 draw for Northern Colorado at Richmond. Charlotte 3-3 home draw against the early juggernaut Fuego FC. At halftime, we'll have a full rundown of the scoreboard and what's yet to come with USL League One this weekend. This is chipped back onto Zendejas. We've mentioned a couple of times about the rescheduled match for Charlotte Independence. They were supposed to play this coming Friday, 6 days from now, against Richmond Kickers right here at Memorial Stadium. But with Richmond in round 3 of the US Open Cup, the decision was made to move it to Monday to give Richmond plenty of time to prepare and train. Now put them in a tough spot. Mbuyu was grabbed from behind. This will be a card. That is an easy call against Arthur Rogers. Mbuyu with a very good, a sneaky defensive play, and all Rogers could do was desperately grip at his shirt after being dispossessed. So now McLean and Rogers both have yellows for Northern Colorado. You see it right there. That was as clear as day, even as dusk settles on the East Coast. The lights in full effect here at Memorial Stadium. Zendejas plays it on to Shalom Duty. Was signed back on February 17th. This is won back by Destin Norman. Not many changes to what Northern Colorado has used in the US Open Cup in their opening USL League One match, except for their goalkeeper Thomas Olson, and then Rob Cornwall on the back four. Strong tackle wins it back for Northern Colorado. This game has been plenty physical, but for the most part has been well played. Rogers. Now Norman. Norman bracketed by two defenders. Para tried to roll one into the middle channel and nearly found a Northern Colorado foot before Duty's able to clear it away. Norty called for the foul. Assist came in to bother him. Norty, the Englishman. He's also seen his first match for Northern Colorado. Sis is down on his hands and knees. Kevin Broadley says we don't need the training staff. He says he's okay. Sis has been a part of the Charlotte Independence Club for about 2 weeks now. Signed back on the 5th of April. This is pushed off to the left. Dimmick holds up play. Now Sis has it. Worked all the way to the right. And now Mbuyu. That'll be seen out of play and a goal kick. Barra tried to get there, but could not get around the defender. Charlotte Independent fans tonight cheering on their Jacks. And they've seen a good one on a beautiful evening in North Carolina. Here's Parra, our opening goal scorer of the night. Rogers, good ball forward, but the flag is up. It's an offside, much to the frustration of Ethan Vanacore-Decker. Fans, the defending champions are coming to town. Union Omaha, the USL League One trophy holders. They're coming to American Legion Memorial Stadium April 30th. First kick, 7 p.m. Tickets start at just $7. Get them at charlotteindependence.com. That's charlotteindependence.com. It's Union Omaha coming to town to take on Charlotte Independence April 30th, 7 p.m. right here at Memorial Stadium. Mbuyu on the right touch line. Santos. This match has become a bit more methodical since the opening 15 minutes that saw the entirety of our score line to this point. Paez. Play back to Ibarra. Now Sis right at the keeper, Olsen. Sis tried to curl it, but Olsen didn't have to move, and he collected it right into his chest. But he had a lot of room to work with. What a homecoming for Irvin Parra, Northern Colorado forward. 11 goals last year. A team joint best for Charlotte Independence last season in that special year, getting all the way to the Eastern Conference semis in the USL Championship. First USL Championship player, double-digit goals and assists in the same season. Historic for Irvin Parra. Now it is 11th year as a pro. San Diego Loyal, Las Vegas Lights, Orange County, Seattle Sounders 2, all on the resume of Irvin Parra, who got the scoring started in minute number 5, taken down in the box by Charlotte Independence keeper Adrian Zendejas. Point to the spot, and Parra delivered. Desdunes was standing offside. He's not going to be able to make a play on that ball. Getting late here in the opening 45. We'll learn our added time momentarily. This match has certainly slowed here in the last several minutes. Both clubs have settled in a bit, but neither will be pleased with 1 point in the table after both were tantalizingly close to full-on victories a week ago. Coa Santos. Sis tried to play it back to him. Mbuyu has been knocked away from behind. Out of play, a throw-in for Charlotte Independence. There you get a look at the stone walls here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. One of the great soccer venues in this nation, one of the historic soccer venues built in 1934. This is good build-up for Charlotte Independence. Bennett was in the area, but Northern Colorado able to come back and end that threat. Memorial Stadium in a former life back in the 60s and 70s held over 20,000 fans. We'll have 2 minutes of added time here. Irvin Parra with the goal for Northern Colorado. Miguel Barra for Charlotte Independence on an assist from Tresor Mbuyu. Arthur Rogers trying to cut to the inside, tackled away. But Dustin Norman able to slide through. Long ball forward into a bunch of blue-shirted traffic. No problems there, and Zendejas will collect. Don't miss a moment of the action in 2022, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, the home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. That's ESPN Plus, your home for soccer. Dimmick is onside, and he's able to get on this ball in the corner. Now Paez, can he make something happen? Paez in the middle of the area, no problems there. Parra pushes it up into the air off his head. And Charlotte Independence will try and reorganize. McNeil, not sure what he was trying to do there. It looked like he was actually trying to feed Paez, who's a bit hobbled. He thought Paez was going to make a run. I thought McNeil mishit it, but no, Paez came up lame. He tells the referee he's okay. We'll keep an eye on that with both teams headed into the locker room. Martin Paez, the Venezuelan, another one of the rare veteran on the Charlotte Independence side. As we get near the tail end of our opening half, both teams appear to be content to head to the locker room even at one. So here's a turn from Vanacore Decker. Now Des Dunes. And there is the final whistle of the opening half from Kevin Broadley. The scoring got started early from that man, Irvin Parra. Contact in the box, he was taken to the turf, and he converts from the spot in minute number 5, but then just 10 minutes later, it was Miguel Barra for Charlotte Independence with the goal off of a perfect feed from Tresor Mbuyu. And at halftime, it's Charlotte Independence 1, Northern Colorado 1. And we'll start the halftime show after this. This is USL League One on ESPN Plus.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great Clips. It's gonna be great. What's the difference between good and great? Good is when your haircut costs less. Great is when it still meets high standards. At Great Clips, you'll always get the haircut you want for less. And with our easy online check-in app, you'll save time too.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-Fil-A Nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
We welcome you back to Charlotte, where the host Independence and Northern Colorado Hailstorm are even at 1. The best word to describe the first 2 weeks of the USL League One season, brace. And with a look at it, here's Chris Makoviak on the USL League One brace race.
2 weeks of USL League One soccer. We might already have a nominee for Game of the Year over in Charlotte at Memorial Stadium. We start with Mbuyu, deflection off the wall for his first of the match. We'll tune back in for him later on. And then, of course, Fuego responding just 7 minutes later with a finish in there by Ramos. And a beautiful layoff at that as they hit the road in what was yet another road trip for them in their opening campaign as a side here in USL League One. Well, 2 in 7 minutes. Let's make it 3 in 9 minutes. As it was Ibarra, great touch in there, and Mbuyu finishes off his brace here to start off his campaign here in 2022. Then a flick on, tied it up from Fuego in the 81st. And then, hey, there's another duty, puts one in. 3-2, Charlotte getting the 3 points at home, but hey, Fuego, they had other thoughts. Knocked away, Bijev finds his second of the night with a bit of magic in there. And 2 opposing braces right there between the two sides. Fantastic finish, 3-3 between Charlotte and Fuego last weekend. 5th time overall, opposing players having braces in USL League One history. Well, let's visit the other 2 braces to start off 2022 in the league. Viñals had his second career brace here in USL League One against Tucson in the opening weekend, a 4-0 win for Richmond at City Stadium. And Viñals, watch this here, he's going to be lethal with that secondary run behind Terzaghi all season. He finds his second, the assist from Bolaños to help out Richmond to the win. That was the first brace of the opening weekend, and there was another in the opening weekend. Back over to Fuego. Christian Chaney, great story, played with Fresno FC a few years ago in USL Championship. Now he's scoring for Fuego and gets the first one there against the Greenville Triumph. Beautiful opening here as he slotted that one on past Christensen to open the scoring at Triumph Stadium. Then later on, literally a poacher's goal in the back as Christensen got caught under his own feet there, and Chaney finished it off with a brace here to open up his campaign. And he did have a brace over with Fresno FC back in his USL Championship days, so his second career brace here across the USL leagues. 4 braces already through 8 matches, 199 matches with at least a brace to this point. Headed into the 200s as we continue our weekend here in USL League One. Coming up, we'll take a look at news and notes from around USL League One.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
7, taking the lead.
Great finish. Cue the smoke.
It's a goal for Orange County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
1-1 after 45, Charlotte Independence and Northern Colorado Hailstorm. A very busy opening 15 minutes to start this match. And now we'll see how the second half unfolds. Ken Levicka back with you in Charlotte. Let's take a glance at USL League One news and notes. USL League One has 8 sides into the third round of the U.S. Open Cup. Now the famous Toastery USL League One schedule, Greenville and Tormenta. Next week, Union Omaha is hosting Fuego as well. Chattanooga, FC Tucson. Those 3 of the matchups next week in USL League One. 1-1, Charlotte Independence, Northern Colorado Hailstorm at halftime. Now the Hyatt Place scoreboard. Chattanooga, Richmond, they are scoreless. Minute number 25. Same tale in South Georgia between Tormenta and Union Omaha. Late night tonight in the desert. FC Tucson has Forward Madison. Again, your USL League One scoreboard presented by Hyatt Place Downtown. Let's go back to our news and notes. A reminder to let your voice be heard. Your favorite goal and save of the week, you can vote for it at USLLeague1.com. And a manager for Central Valley Fuego. What a start to the year they've had, and now they have a full-time manager. Vasquez, who played internationally for Mexico and the United States. He is the man in charge. Fuego fills in that open managerial role. Now let's go back to our upcoming schedule here, brought to you by Famous Toastery. We mentioned Greenville, Union Omaha, Chattanooga. They're hosting Tormenta, Fuego, Tucson, respectively. Charlotte Independence, Richmond Kickers on Monday. I'll have it for you, 7 o'clock on ESPN+. And then midweek next week, Greenville plays host to Chattanooga in what should be a wildly entertaining matchup. 1-1 here at the break. We'll return for the second half. Charlotte Independence 1, Northern Colorado Hailstorm 1. How will this play out? We'll find out next. USL League One on ESPN+.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-Fil-A Nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A Nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive.
Babe, It's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
We're all level. At halftime, Charlotte Independence, the hosts, and the visitors, Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Ken LaVicka with you in Charlotte, and these two sides are back on the pitch, warming up and getting ready for the second half of teams who drew in their debut in USL League One. Let's take a look at some Etios Pizza highlights. And the goal scoring started early for Northern Colorado. Des Dunes played that perfectly onto the feet of Parra, who was taken to the ground by a charging Adrian Zendejas. An immediate point to the spot, and Parra, nice and easy. Goes right, keeper heads the opposite direction, and Parra, the former Charlotte Independence man, scores against his former team. But 10 minutes later, seemingly out of nothing, Charlotte Independence able to attack the right side. And look at this cutback from Tresor Mbuyu. Puts it on a platter for Miguel Barra, and the veteran able to deposit it lower left. No chance there for Thomas Olsen. Nice and easy. And it was 1-1. And that was your scoring. That is how the score line has gotten to 1-1. As you take a look at our Novant Health stats, things pretty even. 5 shots to 4 in favor of Northern Colorado. 2 shots on goal to 1 in favor of Charlotte Independence. Possession only separated by about 8%. 3 yellow cards have been shown, 2 of them to Northern Colorado, Lachlan McLean and Arthur Rogers. And there you get a look at Charlotte Independence. And we had speculated on the health of Ayrton Paez near the end of the first half. He came up lame trying to make a run, but he is back on the pitch for the second half. No limp that we could sense. Both these teams came in without a single name on their respective injury report. Kevin Broadley blows his whistle. Second half underway. Ken LaVicka with you in Charlotte, North Carolina, American Legion Memorial Stadium. We've got 45 more to play between these two new sides in what, in my humble opinion, is the most exciting domestic soccer league, USL League One. Northern Colorado on the front foot here to open the second half. Norty sprays it to the left. Des Dunes. Des Dunes marches in on goal. Des Dunes, tough angle, crosses low. Oh, it's blocked away on the line. Duty sprawled out in front of his keeper to keep it out of the back of the net. Oh, a nutmeg, and that is delivered right to Adrian Zendejas. And Zendejas says, everybody relax. Look at Shalom Duty on this play. Des Dunes got in as deep as he possibly could. Played to the middle of the 6-yard box. It was punched on by Lachlan McLean, and Duty fully sprawled out and was able to have it carry him off his legs and away from danger. Des Dunes, he's taken down, and a yellow has been shown immediately. Carson Talboys. That's the second yellow shown to Charlotte tonight. Des Dunes so dangerous. And you see the extension of the left leg there from Talboys, and that forced Kevin Broadley into his pocket. Des Dunes only 5'5", but he is a blur. Jerry Des Dunes, a native of Haiti. He just celebrated his 21st birthday. Did Jerry Des Dunes. Was with San Diego 1904 FC last season in Nisa. Des Dunes and Rogers both stand over this ball. Des Dunes will deliver. Back post, it was dangerous, but a bit too much on it. Vanacore Decker couldn't make up the ground, and Zendejas watches it sail by his goal. If you can't watch the match, well, here's your alternative. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Des Dunes, step over, drifts to his left. 3 defenders around him. Able to play it to Ulysses. He's popped up along the far touchline. Arthur Rogers on it. He took a carom and was not kept in play. And this will be Northern Colorado. The deep attacking third throw, Arthur Rogers. It's a bit tight in that corner here at Memorial Stadium. Central Independence trying to get out, or Charlotte Independence, I should say, trying to get out on the counter. Santos. Bennett had fallen down in the middle of the field. And finally, Kevin Broadley delayed, but did come forth and call the foul. Bennett was washed out there in the midfield. I believe inadvertent contact. First true time that Charlotte Independence has spent in the attacking half here in the second stanza on this Saturday night. Duty, who has been extremely busy defensively tonight for Charlotte Independence, blasted forward. Santos, though, couldn't keep it in play. He was standing on the wrong side of the touchline as he made contact with it. Northern Colorado, being away from home, is right now their brand. Charlotte Independence trying to press and do force a giveaway. We'll get to the great traveling circus known as Northern Colorado in just a second. It's cut off by Rogers. But Northern Colorado isn't going to play a home match their brand new complex until June 8th. That's right, they're gonna go through not only April, but the entire month of May before they play a home match. That was always going to be offside. Ulysses was in front of the defense after that ball was distributed. The Legends Complex will be where Northern Colorado calls home. It's also going to be a minor league baseball facility. Ticket Smarter Stadium will be the name of the arena that they play in. Still finishing touches being put on with construction. There was a delay in that construction due to the USDA requesting environmental and historical studies back in last June 2021. That halted construction for a couple of months, hence the delay, and hence why the late move in early June for this Northern Colorado Hailstorm side. But what a start it has been to franchise history. Gatorade, scientifically researched and game tested for athletes like your Jacks. When you need hydration, choose the official isotonic sports drink of the Charlotte Independents. That's Gatorade. A foul in the midfield as things are getting a bit chippy. You saw moments ago Tresor Mbuyu and Norte getting into it. The urgency just going to pick up as this second half progresses. Charlotte Independents gave up 3 leads last weekend in the 3-3 home draw to Fuego. Northern Colorado had a lead at Richmond before the back-to-back Golden Boot winner Emiliano Terzaghi struck just inside of the hour mark. Here's Parra, the Northern Colorado goal scorer. On to Vanacore Decker, a USL League One champion last year with Union Omaha, and arguably the biggest acquisition of the offseason. Des Dunes waited a bit too long to make a decision on that pass. Charlotte can run if they want. Good ball forward. Bennett. He gets to it. Bennett a step over. Bennett, another one. Bennett, tough angle. Blacked down by Olsen, and it's out of play. Bennett decided to wind it up from about 6 yards, and Olsen had to bat it down. Look at the speed from Corey Bennett.
Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs.
Got around to the defender. He put Breck Evans on skates, and he forced Olsen into the save. And Corey Bennett getting the most of this opportunity here tonight. The young Jamaican, who was a trialist for Charlotte Independents last season, scored in a preseason match. He has certainly showed up on film here this evening. Spent time with Philadelphia Fury FC. There is a good look at that man, Corey Bennett. You can bet that Mike Jeffries is liking what he's seen. You're also going to like what you see with Pepsi. Pepsi Cola, the official soft drink of the Charlotte Independents. Enjoy an ice-cold Pepsi at your next Independence game. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas. Beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. This is played forward and into the middle. Des Dunes, he's onside. Des Dunes onto his left foot. Des Dunes, back post. Too much on that, though. And Vanacore Decker puts it up over the bar. Didn't have a whole lot of time to react and bend his body and put power down on that ball. And it skied off his forehead. Vanacore Decker able to pick out Des Dunes. You'll see Des Dunes get it onto his left foot. He had a lot of heat on that delivery. And Vanacore Decker just not enough time to be able to line it up. Man, Northern Colorado has certainly looked like it has another goal in it in this second half. For a team that's only played 2 matches together as a unit, and you talk with head coach him and Zide, they are far from a finished product with this roster. It's really a day-to-day thing. They are very fluid, very connected. Mbuyu will finally track this down. Tresor Mbuyu trying to work here left of the area, but Rob Cornwall axes a wall back there and shuts it down, and it's cleared away. Northern Colorado is going to go to Real Salt Lake on Wednesday, round 3 of the U.S. Open Cup. Him and Zayed admitting this week that everything's been a bit of a whirlwind between putting together this roster. Aren't going to play a home match until June. Trying to get results in the league, but now you're thrust into a high-pressure situation against an MLS side. Hasn't been a whole lot of time to breathe, but Zayed says he absolutely love it, and this club embraces it. What a start. In the infancy of Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC. Here's Quinn McNeil. He was held for a moment. The referee says play on. Allowing Charlotte Independence to potentially set something up here. Nice move by Mbuyu. Mbuyu to the middle, touchdown! And it's punched over the bar by Bennett. He had a defender laying in front of him. He had to get some air under it, but he put too much on it, and it sailed over. I don't think he was expecting to have it right at his feet. Mbuyu, as he's been doing all night, cooking the defender to the outside, got around him. Barra had it blocked down, and then Bennett was off balance and put it over. In there was Denso Ulysses, sprawled out and forcing Bennett into what, yes, was point blank, but had certainly a degree of difficulty attached to it. My goodness. Fans, be sure to grab your tickets. The next week's game, Charlotte Independence hosting Richmond Kickers. Head to charlotteindependence.com. Grab your seats for as low as $7. That's Monday. Charlotte Independence, Richmond Kickers right here at Memorial Stadium. Get your tickets for as low as $7. We're at the hour mark here at American Legion Memorial Stadium. I'm Ken Levicka. Saturday night USL League One action. 1-1. Charlotte Independence and Northern Colorado. Charlotte Independence, their first year in USL League One after making it to the Eastern Conference semifinals in the USL Championship last season. Northern Colorado, just born, and they have already made an impact on the league and in the U.S. Open Cup. Fascinating matchup tonight. We have Omar Sis grabbing at his right shoulder or his upper back. Charlotte Independence may need to bring out the trainer here. Northern Colorado wants to bring on Danny Robles in the midfield. Robles will replace Destin Norman. And there is Danny Robles. 5 appearances for the U.S. men's national team U17 side in 2018. Was with Seattle Sounders youth. Played with Tacoma Defiance and now will feature for the 3rd time for Northern Colorado. Robles started in the U.S. Open Cup and in the USL League One debut. So it's Danny Robles on for Destin Norman. Thurman had come on for Robles as a substitute in the previous 2 matches. They reversed the roles here tonight. And a dangerous
free kick for the Independents.
The crowd appealing for a penalty and a card. The card's not coming. The penalty did get called against Breck Evans. There's Evans, who played at Cal Poly University. He's also in the FC Dallas program, played for North Texas SC. Former USL League One champions, North Texas SC, and there you see the foul. Set piece opportunity here for Charlotte Independence. Lofted in the middle of the area, brought down. It was mishandled initially. Turning and firing was Bennett, blocked away. Kept in though. Top of the box. Bennett punches it right to Olsen. Bennett got a lot of power behind it, despite not taking any sort of run up to that ball, just flat-footed, put his toe into it. That's the second time tonight Olsen's made a save where he didn't have to move an inch. Bennett continuing to be a pain for the back line of Northern Colorado. And here's Bennett again. Perfect ball in, but the whistle blows. Offside. That was close, but Bennett was off by about half a foot. Bennett nearly got the timing on that correct. And Northern Colorado gives it up. You get the sense that both these teams have an opportunity to score again. You'd be surprised if this wrapped at a 1-1 draw. But both defenses have come up with critical plays. Some of them absolutely desperate plays. Different junctures of tonight's match. Northern Colorado back on the run. Down goes Vanacore Decker. No whistle. Numbers here for Charlotte. Paez plays it forward. Mbuyu. And he blasted off the side netting. He was coming up the left flank. He took the feed from Sis, but Mbuyu a bit ambitious from that angle.
Coach Appreciation Night, presented by Activision.
That was actually
Mason,
Bennett,
is coming up on Saturday, April 30th.
Who was able to put it onto the feet of Mbuyu,
gets in free to the match.
but with no options in support on the back post, Mbuyu was forced to say a prayer and let it fly. Northern Colorado put Para, Ulysses, and Vanacore Decker on the USL League One Week 2 Team of the Week. You got to think Para is probably going to head back on for Week 3. A little bit of contact in the midfield. Ayrton Paez says, didn't mean it. Kevin Broadley agrees. Kevin Broadley's done a nice job tonight in the green referee shirt. Para, outstanding forward to Vanacore Decker. That cross was dribbling to Zendejas, but there was no communication between him and Talboys. And instead of Zendejas simply picking it up, Talboys will give Northern Colorado the possession back. Don't know what time peanut butter jelly time exactly is. It seems like they're preparing for it now. Dimmick tries to set up the defense here for Charlotte Independence. Des Dunes Floats this to the edge of the area, head on it, but well off the mark. Lachlan McLean was able to rise up. He was marked well, though. McLean, formerly at Greenville, scored 10 goals in a Triumph shirt. The native of Sydney, Australia. He had the assist to Des Dunes in the U.S. Open Cup upset of Colorado Springs. The Jacks are going to be home again on May 15th, and there's going to be a doubleheader with the newest Charlotte Independence Women's W League team's first ever game. Grab your tickets for the historic day at charlotteindependence.com. You're not going to want to miss it. Not only is it Charlotte Independence, the Jacks, but it's also the Women's W League team in their debut as a franchise. That's May 15th. charlotteindependence.com for your tickets. Paez. Ayrton Paez maneuvers to the middle, but he sends it behind a frustrated Tresor Mbuyu. Vanacore Decker. Now Para. It tightropes the touchline. Vanacore Decker was looking in the middle. Wanted Danny Robles, it never found him, but a throw in for Northern Colorado. Quick throw from Ulysses. Des Dunes, now Para. To the edge of the box. Para once again on his right foot. Norty. Northern Colorado staying patient. Trying to establish some options. It's played to about 25 yards out. Ulysses. Cowboys heads it away. And now it's a sprint for it. And Bennett hits the turf. And nothing doing from the referee, Kevin Broadley. Telling Bennett, you initiated that contact. There are some sketchy moments for Northern Colorado, though, when Charlotte decides to simply send a long ball forward. Corey Bennett has some exceptional speed, and it has been a journey tonight for Rob Cornwall and Breck Evans to track him. Speaking of good speed, here's Ulysses. Ulysses, the left back. See Northern Colorado send in Marquis Hernandez and Stefan Lukic in moments. As Eamon Zaid continues to throw on fresh legs, looking for what would be an impressive road victory. And we're also going to have Owen Dam come on. So Hernandez comes on for Jerry Des Dunes. And you've got to think about that U.S. Open Cup matchup on Wednesday as well. Part of the reason for these decisions. Lukic gives Lachlan McLean the rest of the night off.
Also entering the match for Hailstorm, number 11.
And then Owen Dam is going to enter here in the 72nd minute.
And the third substitution for the Hailstorm, number 31.
And Denzo Ulysses' night is done.
Independence fans, Smoothie King is the official smoothie of the Charlotte Independence.
So 3 more substitutions for Northern Colorado. You now have a midfield of Hernandez, Robles, Norty, and Vanacore Decker. Lukic and Para at the top of the Northern Colorado formation. Dam, Cornwell, Evans, Rogers, the back 4. Adrian Zendejas. Look at Northern Colorado press now. Going forward here in the 72nd minute. Charlotte Independence going to try and weather this storm. They've had their own opportunities tonight. Folks, April 30th is Youth Coach Appreciation Night, and your Jacks take on defending league champs Union Omaha. All coaches that bring their team to the game get a free ticket. Email tix@queencitysc.com. That's Tix, T-I-X, tix@queencitysc.com for more information. Ivan Luqueta is going to come on for Charlotte Independence, the Colombian forward signed back in March. We're also going to see Tomas Maya, who is preparing to enter for Mike Jeffries. Northern Colorado players down in the defensive half. Charlotte Independence, meanwhile, looking to find some shape here on the attack. Ibarra distributes to Santos. Koa Santos on loan from Charlotte FC. And now there is the referee's whistle.
Atlas Chiropractic.
And Norti has been afflicted by something. There's Luqueta and Maya. Corey Bennett, who has put in a ton of work tonight, he will come off in favor of Luqueta. An impressive showing tonight for Corey Bennett.
Exiting the match for the Independence, number 90, Corey Bennett. And also exiting the match for your Independence, number 10, Ayrton Paez.
Ayrton Paez will exit as well for Charlotte. And there's Tomas Maya, the 25-year-old from Medellin, Colombia. Norti with a little bit of a limp there. One more substitution to work with here for Northern Colorado, and he's coming off.
Number 9, Ivan Luqueta.
There's no use in messing around with that if you're Heeman's eye.
And number 16, Tomas Maya.
So Daniel Scally will take Norti to the touchline. Scally, the native of Glasgow, Scotland. Former pro in Scotland, 62 appearances with 3 different pro squads. And now the race is on here in the final 15 minutes or so. So it looks like Norti has actually stayed on. We thought that Scally was going to enter, but for now, Norti will stay as part of the 11 for Northern Colorado. Can one of these teams find a winner? Starting to get late here in Charlotte. Oh, that was a nifty move from Tomas Maya, making his presence felt immediately after coming on as a sub. Mbuyu trying to find Luqueta, who is making a run. Bit too much on that ball. Mbuyu, who's now playing on the right side, wins it back, but he's dispossessed. Marquis Hernandez, always so dangerous. One of the reasons that Chattanooga had such a dream season a year ago in USL League One. 24 appearances, a fan favorite, had 5 goals, including a late dramatic game-tying goal at Union Omaha. He is always dangerous for Northern Colorado. And Norty now has a yellow. So we had mentioned that Norty coming back, we were surprised by it. Well, so was Kevin Broadley, because he just showed him a yellow. Norty was not supposed to be back on, at least not at that moment. That's knocked out of play and a throw-in upcoming. If you're looking for a little Greek, a little Southern, and always fresh, enjoy a great meal and an ice cold Pepsi at your local Showmars. Zendejas. Not exactly decisive with that, and allows Northern Colorado an attacking third throw-in. Para. We're at our first goal of the night on a penalty. This is sent into the area. Hernandez pursuing, but Zendejas slides in. And no harm done. A 3-5-2 for Charlotte Independence tonight. That was the starting formation. And now the two at the top are Mbuyu and Luqueta. Here's Mbuyu, right on cue. Mbuyu to McNeil. Part of the five-man midfield. McNeil gets it right back. Santos making his Charlotte Independence debut tonight. Maya. This ball in. Mbuyu too tall for him and headed out of trouble. Sis punches it back in. Rogers does well to shield Dimmick off the ball, heads to the corner, and earns a throw-in. Hard work there. Tonight's match brought to you by Novant Health. Novant Health, the official healthcare provider of the Charlotte Independence. With locations all across North Carolina, there is surely a spot close to you. Visit NovantHealth.org to learn more. That's Novant Health. Oh, good sliding ball. Now some room. This is floated to the back post. Maya was off balance, though, on the delivery from Ibarra. Charlotte Independence will try this again. Luqueta. Now Maya. On to Dimmick. Into the center of the box. It was not far off, but was always destined to be over the bar. But good build up there from Charlotte Independence. That was a strong spell. Luqueta, he acknowledges that was a good ball. Well, both newcomers to the Charlotte Independence 11 have been pretty busy. Luqueta and Maya. And now we're about to have another newcomer as Vint will substitute in.
Miguel Barra.
Vint brings the goal scorer Miguel Barra off. So Barra, who scored in the 15th minute on the assist from Tresor Mbuyu. Will Vint, who signed the final day of March. Vint making his debut in a Charlotte Independent shirt. Daniel Scally is going to come on. We thought he was going to make his appearance a bit earlier, but he is indeed going to come on for Ethan Vanacore-Decker in the looming moments. Lukic. Vanacore-Decker. A turn. Contact with the ball. Para looked like he was going to be able to make a play on it. There's a yellow that is going to be shown to Lukic. He was not happy with the lack of a call. And Charlotte Independence able to get some last-ditch defending to keep Para from a second goal on the night. And then Lukic, for his protest, picks up the yellow. That was some queasy moments, though, for Charlotte. Vanacore Decker comes off. Daniel Scally is on. As we get closer and closer to a full 90. Here you see Vanacore Decker. Para was unmarked momentarily, and how many times has Shalom Duty saved the day tonight? The young left back for Charlotte Independence once again providing a barrier, a much-needed barrier, between a Northern Colorado attacker and his goalkeeper, Adrian Zendejas. Duty has been sensational. And while Ibarra probably still the leader in the clubhouse for man of the match, Duty should be in the conversation for Charlotte Independence. He has been remarkable tonight defensively. There's a touch for Owen Dam of Northern Colorado. Now into the middle it goes for Norty. Norty, long ball to the far touchline. Now Scally. Left-footed shot blocked down. And then it is headed to Zendejas. Robles decided to give it a go, and it finally falls on a hop to Zendejas. Fans, you get another chance to watch the Jacks next week. Monday, the 25th, Richmond Kickers are in town. Grab your tickets now, starting at $7 at charlotteindependence.com. That's Charlotte Independence and Richmond Kickers. Should be a good one. Two really good offenses going at it. Richmond lived by its defense, or at least its goalkeeping at times last year in a playoff appearance. The back line, though, has certainly allowed for the goalkeeper to get some time off. Here's a low shot, and it's sprayed wide, perhaps a bit premature with build-up on the way. Tomas Maya, he decided to go for glory, and Charlotte Independence will have thought that they maybe could have had a better look at that one. Sis goes down and draws the foul. Omar Sis has spent a lot of time on the turf tonight. Very physical player, a young midfielder.
Or catch the streaming of your Jacks this season on Bay Hockey Sports.
Austin Bold is a trialist in 2020 and did make several appearances with Austin Bold in 2020 and last season. Dam, the Northern Colorado throw-in. Mbuyu got in deep to the end line. Cross never made it anywhere to a blue shirt. Now Marquis Hernandez. Northern Colorado is going to try and run this out of the back. Here they come. Marquis Hernandez hurdles a defender. Hernandez points out where he wants to deliver the ball. It didn't get there. Well, it eventually did. Not initially, but finally Scally has it. Now Para. Can Northern Colorado find one late? Played through to Hernandez, but Hernandez was a bit late on the run. And Zendejas able to clean it up. Marquis Hernandez, who had a spell with the Chivas USA reserve team when that side existed in MLS. Para touches that long ball onto Hernandez. Right back onto Para. Para. Him and Hernandez. A bit of a delayed 1-2. Hernandez. Tried to cut it back. Rolls out of play. Throw in Northern Colorado. Final handful of minutes here in the full 90. Now you're seeing your bottom right, Eamon Zayed, the head man of Northern Colorado. And a whistle and a stoppage. Luqueta and Norty. The referee stepped on Norty with his cleats. Norty reacted in pain. I haven't seen that. And now Eamon Zayed wants an explanation for something. And a yellow is being shown to Eamon Zayed. Wow. So Northern Colorado's manager has drawn a 6th yellow tonight for the visitors. Now we'll get to the Owen Dam throw-in. Para tried to head it on to Norty. But it's one away by Charlotte Independence. Now some room to run for Mbuyu. Mbuyu, 3-on-1. Mbuyu tried to fit it to the middle. It was deflected, and Norty launches it for a corner. It was a 3-on-1 momentarily for Charlotte. You thought maybe Mbuyu was going to try and take it himself. And Charlotte Independence, a rare corner tonight. It'll be Vint to deliver. A late set piece for the home side. Vint to the middle. Para able to lob that away off of his head. And it'll be sprayed into the Charlotte Independence defensive half. Adrian Zendejas blasts it away, but out of play. Not exactly what Zendejas was looking to do there. Don't think Charlotte Independence is trying to play for a draw here. We don't quite know yet what the added time situation is. Northern Colorado is moments away, a push in the back, moments away from another 1-1 draw in USL League One play. Another card has been shown. This is going to be Shalom Duty, who's shown yellow. It's been a busy second half for the pocket of Kevin Broadley. Wearing out that stitching with as many times as he's had to grab the book. Para off his chest. Well done. Para still on it. Talboy came in to challenge. And he comes out on the right end of it. Oh, look at that back heel. Luqueta tried a back heel of his own. And then it's deflected onto the feet of Charlotte Independence. McNeil. Cut back, beat the keeper. Mbuyu with the goal. Charlotte Independence, surely the late winner. A fortunate bounce. It put Charlotte Independence onto the counter. And Mbuyu finally finishes. Quinn McNeil set it all up. A week after late heartbreak, does Charlotte Independence have its home winner? It dribbled to McNeil, played it to his left. Mbuyu stayed patient, made a move on Olsen, who had committed, and it slotted into the bottom left. And Tresor Mbuyu appears as if he's delivered Charlotte Independence 3 points. And Northern Colorado on the way to its first defeat. Tresor Mbuyu. Tresor Mbuyu now has 3 goals on the season, follows up the brace in the draw against Fuego with the game winner here tonight, or at least what we believe to be the game winner. Unless Northern Colorado has something to say about it. And here comes a dangerous free kick on the way. as Hernandez is pushed from behind. Well, can Charlotte hang on this time around? Looked like they had victory in tow against Fuego before the beautiful, the magical, lofted goal in the 96th minute. Trezor Mbuyu is going to substitute off. He is the Noda Brewing man of the match. Well-deserved for Mbuyu, who is certainly in the discussion, but the goal clinched it. Trezor Mbuyu, the Noda Brewing Company man of the match. Barra stands over this free kick. Northern Colorado populates the area. The final seconds. Barra, low delivery. Side-footed away. Then once again from it, McNeil. McNeil did the job twice. And Northern Colorado with a corner. Arthur Rogers. Can Northern Colorado steal a point? Rogers. Back post. Headed out of the area. But Barra able to collect. Barra had that cross rejected. Barra once again. Barra brought down. Another free kick. We are not done yet. Well, Charlotte Independent's going to have to work for this to make sure that Mbuyu's goal holds up as the winner. See Barra wiped out by Sis. Contact with the right ankle of Barra. Irvin Barra now in the area. Surely we are in the most dying of dying moments in this one. Hernandez and Rogers stand over it. Hernandez, it's headed away. The crowd roars. Final whistle. Trezor Mbuyu wins it for Charlotte Independence. And the youngsters from the Queen City saw heartbreak in the 96th minute a week ago. A tough luck draw, but they get their 3 points tonight, and they get it in extra time. Trezor Mbuyu with the goal on the counter, and Charlotte Independence victorious 2-1 over Northern Colorado. We'll tell you about it when we wrap up in the postgame. It's USL League One on ESPN+.
Pain can't wait. That's why Novant Health is making access to orthopedic care easier than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great clips. It's gonna be great. What's the difference between good and great? Good is when your haircut costs less. Great is when it still meets high standards. At Great Clips, you'll always get the haircut you want for less. And with our easy online check-in app, you'll save time too.
Than ever. Same-day appointments, after-hours care available for urgent needs, and the safest care in the region. Book now.
The celebration is on in the Queen City. Charlotte Independence, thanks to Trezor Mbuyu and his 91st minute goal, beats Northern Colorado 2-1. Tonight's match brought to you by Novant Health, and let's get into our highlights. Brought to you by Uncle Mario's Pizza. In the 5th minute, Adrian Zendejas, a tough challenge. The goalkeeper on Irvin Barra, the former Charlotte Independence star. Barra, after the point to the spot, made it 1-0 right at the jump. 10 minutes later, though, Charlotte Independence would get its answer. Mbuyu into the middle, and Barra with the sure thing finish, one touch back of net. and it was 1-1. Northern Colorado had its opportunities in the second half. Jerry Desdunes tantalizingly close to taking the lead, but Vanacore Decker was denied by a sprawled out Shalom Duty. One of 2 times on the evening that he saved his goalkeeper and saved his team. And Mbuyu, full head of steam just moments later. It fell to Bennett, who had a defender laying in front of him, and that forced him to put it over the bar as Olsen had slid by his goal. And some desperate defending once again, this time on the Northern Colorado side. Here's the game winner. Fortuitous sprinkle out of that ball. Leading the attack is McNeil, feeds Mbuyu, calm, collected. Olsen came charging at him. Look at him put it on his left foot and gives Charlotte Independence the 2-1 victory and 3 points in the table for the men in blue. Here's your Novant Health match stats. 13 shots to 10 for Charlotte, 5 of those on target. Northern Colorado, only 1 put on Adrian Zendejas. 51-49 possession for Charlotte in a back and forth affair. 5 Northern Colorado yellows in this one. Those are your Novant Health full-time stats. Both teams came in after draws. They felt they had left points on the table, figuratively and literally. Well, tonight, Charlotte Independence able to find a way to win at home. Trezor Mbuyu's the hero. His 91st minute goal the difference. Charlotte Independence 2, Northern Colorado 1. I'm Ken Levicka. Have a great rest of your weekend. This has been USL League One on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.